proud of what he's done in your life. He wants to show himself off in you. Do you know that God challenged the devil in Job? God challenged Job. Job, devil, where have you been? The devil said, from roaming the earth, north and south. And God, I was amazed God would challenge the devil and say, did you see my servant Job? Righteous man, wonderful man, godly man. It's like he's telling the devil, I'm so proud of him, man. Check him out. And then the devil's, okay, I will check him out. What does that mean? There's a glee on his face. Like, the only reason Job has been faithful and giving all this to you because you have given him so much blessings. You prosper him. His wonderful business. You know, his business is growing bigger and bigger. He's got more cattle and more cattle. Try taking some of this cattle away from him. Try to get some of these children away from him. Let's see whether he's still good to you, oh God. And God took the challenge. Check him out. Try him out, my friend, but just don't kill him. You can do anything to him. And you know the story. There's one book I dread to read. It's the longest book it seems to be. It's all about Job, sufferings. And he moaning and whining, the devil almost won the battle. Finally, Job came through. You know the ending. He got more. He lost his children. In the end, he got new children. The daughters are like the most beautiful woman on the face of the earth. He got more cattle. He got everything more, but not before God rebuilt him. Job, where have you been when I laid the foundation of the world? It's like, what do you think you are talking? Where are you when I laid the ocean and the mountains? Where were you? What are you talking? And Job's like, God, I really suffered so much, God. And God finally restored him tremendously. You see that? I'm not saying that God would do that to all of us because it depends on the grace God has given to us, but there's a point. The point is that God doesn't want you to stay where you are today. I want to challenge you the way you walk in this room this morning, walk out a different man, a different woman, where the gospel is really hitting you today. Hey, want to love Jesus. Now let me say this. There are people, wicked people. I know we have all wicked. We screwed up in a relationship. We messed it up and all this stuff. There are people who just like molesting children. I see that even in Asia and in Malaysian newspapers. California, we saw that and stuff. It's one of the most wicked things. What? Are these guys going to heaven and without being punished? And not about child molestation, but even us here, we've done wrong things in our lives. What's God going to do? Let me tell you what's going to happen. Sure, God can forgive, and He will forgive. But they deserve to be punished. That's why lawbreakers will go to jail, whether you are a Christian or not Christians. You will pay for it. In God's agenda, you pay for it too. Remember David? He slept with someone else's wife and killed the husband. And he lied. You see, in one day, he lied, he committed adultery, and he murdered. Murderer, adulterer, and liar, and all this stuff one day. Wow. You know what happened? All his wives and concubines been humiliated by his own son. And he cried many days for the baby. The baby died. And God judged him. He paid for it. You see that? You see, that is where I'm saying this. That God will cease to be God if He doesn't judge. Because He is God of justice and perfection. He cannot tolerate sins, and He ceases to be God if He doesn't do what He says. That's why you and I will be completely different room today if you didn't accept Christ or at least want to know about God today. We won't be sitting in this room together. Some of us will get into big troubles. Why do we sit around on the midweek during Bible study group? Why can't we bring people to the small group on midweek? Isn't Jesus real? The people come. Why do we sit around the circle and pray for one another? Because because we have the gospel, because of Jesus. We hug because one another, because new things have come. Now, the gospel is not the grace. Grace is not the point of the gospel. It's only a means to the end. Grace is good. Grace is great. But we can't stop there. Grace is not the point of the gospel. Grace is a means to the end. Paul tells this very clearly. In Galatians chapter 1, he says, grace to you and peace from God our Father. The fourth point is that grace is the means, God is the end. Worship the grace of God or the God of grace. Now, I'm playing with words a little bit here, but you think about it, it actually really makes sense. Do you worship the grace of God, or you worship the God of grace? So it's like me asking you, do you